RealTours, what am I saying again? Production take 2.
Hi, welcome to RealTours Production Update 3. Today's one's going to be another quickfire edition and lots of information I know you've been looking for about how post-production's going, some news on when you can see your episode for the first time, as well as a deep dive with Aaron into each episode, how the content looks, and how promotion is going to work for each one. And then to wrap things up, I've got a special invite to an event that we're putting together at the end of September. And so let's dive in right away into the post-production update. Let's remind us where we are. Month of September has just begun. Parallel workflows abound. On the one hand, we're working on post-production, but on the other hand, we're preparing for the release of the first episode of the first season of RealTours. So the team is hard at work in both the edit suite, working on animation, audio, you name it. But we've also begun developing the content universe around each episode. So all 14 episodes have been rough cut and are working through their various phases of finishing. And in parallel to that, Aaron, who you're going to hear from in a bit, has been working on building out the content universe that accompanies each episode. We're going to screen for you in this update the slightly longer extended official trailer, and you can look out for the shorter, punchier version out on the web and on social media this week. Without further ado, let's screen that trailer.
The thing is good about North Vancouver. With any budget, you can live here.
Is it any budget or is it like any budget? Get ready for a real estate adventure like no other.
Funny, you don't have to be a billionaire to live here. Certainly in the multi-millions for property prices.
Krista, what is your all-time favorite thing about Coquitlam?
I love it. I love Coquitlam.
Introducing RealTours, the show that's not just about finding your dream home, but about exploring vibrant communities and discovering the heart of each neighbourhood. I'm Stephen, and in each episode, I partner with an extraordinary realtor to embark on a journey through 3 distinct communities in one captivating neighbourhood.
No, I moved here for love with a family project, and I stay here for love as well. 13 years ago.
13 years of love?
Yes.
Nice. That's always nice to hear. What, in your opinion, sets Mission apart from all those other communities?
That is the
No.
I mean, ultimately, this is the only way to show properties from the water.
RealTours is your ticket to uncovering the hidden gems and top-notch neighbourhoods within each community.
My goal is always you buying a property, but I also want you to make money. Not just getting you.
Join us for a roller coaster of humour, heart, and homes on RealTours. Hello, it is me again. So in anticipation for all these great episodes that are being released, we want to show you guys a behind-the-scenes peek of the episode in production. Now, these episodes won't be fully audio treated, and they also won't be fully audio graded, so they will look and sound a little bit different than the final product, but it gives us a chance just to check in and making sure that no one feels misrepresented or that we've gone the wrong path with a certain neighbourhood. I'll be reaching out to all of you individually to host a half-hour digital screening with myself and Carolyn over some software called Ecamm Live. It'll be a really simple process. If you want to bring a friend with you at the time to view it, please do feel free. So do expect to hear from us a few weeks maybe before your episode is meant to go live. At the moment, around that 2-week mark. But until then, I'll pass you back to Aaron.
Thanks, Stephen. As Justin said, I've been working on creating the universe of content that supports each episode of RealTours. That's going to look pretty much the same for each one. What it looks like is we'll have an article on the guide, which will host the episode. So that's going to be front and center where people can come to view it. It will have a lot of information about the neighborhood that's featured. It'll have information about yourself and about the property that you've toured everyone around, or the development in some cases. We'll also have a series of supporting articles that will kind of bring to life each episode. There'll be a deep dive into the neighborhood, so a spotlight on some of the best places, the different communities that you've spoken about, and some of the businesses that people can expect to see if they go there. We'll also have an article that's a spotlight on yourselves. That's going to be kind of a way to get to know you a little bit better. And then finally, we'll have a third article that's going to be a little bit different for each episode, and it's going to be featuring something educational for the home seekers, something that people can learn a little bit more. So, for example, if you think about Burnaby, we're looking at densification and the kind of the information we can give people around that. In addition, we're also going to be distributing a lot of content on social media. So we'll be featuring the episode on YouTube where people can search for it and find it if they're looking for certain neighborhoods or things like that. We'll also be creating cut downs of each episode. We'll be looking at kind of the neighborhood, we'll be looking at yourselves, and we'll be looking at the real estate. And each of those cut downs will be published on our social channels. So Instagram, which is our best performing channel, but also channels like Facebook and LinkedIn. We will be using paid media to amplify this as well. So we'll be using pre-roll on YouTube. We'll be boosting posts on social media just to get that extra audience, to reach more people than we're already kind of reaching. You've probably seen the schedule already of when your episodes are going to be launching, but what we wanted to kind of share a bit more about was how that looks for the week of that launch. So when your episode premieres, we will be having, on day one, we'll be launching that with the guide articles. We'll be having social posts. We'll have advertising both on our site and externally, and we'll throughout the week there'll also be supporting content that's featured. So we'll have a newsletter that goes out to all of our home seekers that we've built up over the years that will feature your episode kind of front and center. We'll have additional social posts, and that sort of paid media boost, as I mentioned, will continue throughout the week. So each day there'll be a chance to reach more people. And also, we'd love your support with this. What we'd love to see is if you have your own social channels or you've got ways to distribute content, we'd love you to share the episode. We'd love you to share the guide articles and any behind-the-scenes photos that we can provide to you as well. So anything like that, we're here to support you. Any kind of opportunity you have to share, the more eyes we get on this. Great. So yeah, that's kind of a brief synopsis of the universe of content we're creating and how we're hoping to really promote RealTours and get in front of as many people as possible. I'm sure you'll be hearing from me again soon, but for now, I'll pass you back to Justin.
Cool. So now that we've got our eyes on the content side of things, it gives me great pleasure to announce and then promptly invite you to a special event that we're hosting right here at the REW headquarters on the 28th of September. Very simply, and there's lots more information to follow, so look out for Carlin in your inboxes. But we wanted to, gather the tribe, celebrate an amazing fall program, which includes the achievement that is RealTours. And so we would truly be honored if you would be our guests of honor at this event. And if you'd bring either some associates or some loved ones to help celebrate this milestone together. More information on that to come. Just wanted to make sure that you're all across it in this update. That's a wrap on production update number 3. Plenty to think about in the coming weeks, and we'll have another production update for you in another couple weeks. Between now and then, what to expect? Well, series launch for one on the 12th. We'll be starting with Medi out in North Vancouver. We're very excited about that. Nervous, if I may. But that'll happen between now and when we talk again. The pre-screenings with Stephen, at the time of recording, we've had one and it went well. So I'm really hoping that you enjoy the way your episodes have come together. You certainly all look amazing and sound amazing, and looks like you had quite a bit of fun on the day. Number 3 is the special event. As I say, it's part of the extended RealTours experience, but we would certainly love it if you could be there. So if you have any questions or anything really, please reach out. Again, you're our guests of honor. Lastly, I think one of the big pieces of information you're still waiting for from us is how the 2024 program for the show will look. So just to briefly dive into it and to echo some of the things that Aaron said, we are running the season in essentially 2 chapters. The first is in 2023, starting on September 12th and running through until December. And we realized that that leaves some episodes, towards the Christmas end. And so we do have a plan to bring the series back to life and back into the zeitgeist in Q1 and Q2 next year, so that even if you're airing late in the season this side of the year, in 2024 you'll be right up against that spring market. So leave that with us, and we'll be back with more specifics on that shortly. And in the interim, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank you very much. Cheers.